This episode of Marijuana Today Daily is brought to you by our friends over at ease.com, California's top one-stop website for legal marijuana delivery. Zip open ease.com/home to check out all the new products up for offer at Ease, including new gummies by Edipure, nutty chocolate clusters by Atlas, and concentrates by Biscotti. Or maybe you're in the mood for some good old-fashioned flower, in which case you'll be happy to note the new buds up for offer by Classics and THC Design. Whatever your mood is today in terms of how you want to consume your legal California marijuana, Ease has you covered. They have a wide variety of different products and a good spread of different priced options in each consumption category. Get fully stocked up on legal California marijuana products that are properly tested, labeled, and packaged over at ease.com, which is spelled EAZE. Big thanks to everyone at Ease for the support that makes today's news possible. Yay, Ease. Good morning, Marijuana Nation. It's Wednesday, October 3rd, 2018, and you're tuned in to episode 583 of Marijuana Today Daily. I'm your host, Shay Gunther, and I'll be walking you through today's marijuana news and headlines. As always, we have a full and busy day of cannabis news in our hands, so let's jump right into it. We start off today's news in our nation's capital, where yesterday a group of marijuana legalization activists caused a bit of a kerfuffle outside the congressional offices of U.S. Representative Andy Harris of Maryland, a known and rabid drug warrior and prohibitionist. During the protest action, which was organized by the group Maryland Marijuana Justice and led by well-known activist Adam Eidinger, Congressman Harris was chased into his office via a private door and unfortunately said his wrist was injured by activists seeking to follow him through that same door. You can find a video of the confrontation, which ultimately ended with two of the cannabis activists being arrested after they lit up joints in the hallway, on social media. And I gotta say, it doesn't make our side look very good when we actually injure congressional representatives in their office. Optics. Open up the Baltimore Sun for the full read on this one. Yesterday, during an earnings call held by beverages giant PepsiCo, Hugh Johnston, the company's chief financial officer, said that while PepsiCo was studying the marijuana-infused marketplace, it has no plans right now to get involved. That statement had a big effect on Canadian marijuana stocks, especially that of Tilray, one of Canada's larger licensed marijuana producers, and the company a lot of industry watchers are expecting to sign the next big beverages partnership, just as its competitor Canopy Growth has done with drinks conglomerate Constellation Brands. Following Johnston's comments on that earnings call that PepsiCo did not have any substantial plans to invest in legal cannabis, Tilray stock dropped as low as 20% on the day. During an interview later on in the day on CNBC, Johnston appeared to have walked back his earlier statement just a smidge when he said, quote, "I think we'll look at it critically, but I'm not prepared to share any plans that we may have in that space right now," unquote. Dan Adams over at the Boston Globe updates us all very nicely indeed on how things are going in Massachusetts, as the state's Cannabis Control Commission will vote either tomorrow or on Tuesday to approve or deny final licenses for two adult use dispensaries. If approved, the two shops going up for final review this week would be the first adult use dispensaries in Massachusetts to open, something that could happen within the next month. After getting the last nod from the commission, successful dispensaries would still need to get through one last final inspection before they could start selling to customers. Right now, the two hopeful dispensaries awaiting word this week are the New England Treatment Access Shop in Northampton and one in Leicester by Cultivate Holdings. Those are our top stories for today. It's time for Marijuana Today Daily Headlines Blitz. Before we blitz out on headlines, let's quickly thank our sponsor, Ease.com, California's top one-stop website for legal marijuana delivery. If you like getting exactly what you pay for, you're going to love being a customer of Ease. Ease is one of those companies that's known for being a stickler when it comes to following all of the relevant state marijuana rules and regulations. That translates into a better customer experience for you, as you know you're going to get properly tested, packaged, and labeled California legal marijuana. Ease has marijuana flower, vape cartridges, all-in-one vape pens, dosist pens, G-pens, PAX era pods and vaporizers, edibles, drops, sprays, capsules, topicals, pre-roll singles, pre-roll pre-roll packs, concentrates, CBD pet products, and all the different cannabis consumption accessories one could hope for. You will be hard-pressed to find a legal way to consume marijuana that's not found on eaze.com, spelled E-A-Z-E. Stock up on all the legal California marijuana products that you need today, assuming you live in a part of the state where Eaze is active and that it's during legal delivery hours, by getting your order started over at eaze.com. All right, time for the Blitz. Jumping out to Utah to kick off today's Blitz, we have a story in the Deseret News about an agreement being forged by opponents and proponents of medical marijuana ballot measure Proposition 2. The agreement won't change anything in regards to that voter initiative, but it could hint towards an outcome where the state legislature steps in and imposes changes on the system following the vote. While details for the compromise are expected to be released tomorrow, one item that's been reportedly modified is the part of Proposition 2 that allows people living more than 100 miles from the nearest medical dispensary to grow their own cannabis. In the new agreement, that stipulation would be removed. Open up the Deseret News for more on this one. We have some updated numbers out of Oklahoma, which is fast and furiously approving medical marijuana licenses, both of the business and patient variety. As of yesterday, Oklahoma had 469 licensed dispensaries, 719 cultivators, 36 caregivers, 197 processors, and 5,111 patients. That works out to one dispensary for every 11 or so patients enrolled right now. This is turning into quite the storyline. A quick headline out of Canada is one of the benefits that will come from the October 17th turnover to legal adult use cannabis will be the fact that Canadians will be free to carry marijuana with them while flying on domestic flights. Transport Canada, the government agency that oversees all things transport, has said that it will be legal to carry marijuana in luggage on any flight that stays within Canada. Obviously, that's not the case on international flights. Another story keeps us up north with the Ottawa Police Services Board saying on Monday that its police officers will be free to use marijuana while off duty, with the understanding and expectation that they show up every day unimpaired and ready to work. We've reported on this general storyline before, as police in Vancouver have been considering a plan that would allow for off-duty marijuana consumption by cops. Bucking that trend is the Calgary Police Service, which has said that its officers will not be allowed to consume. Tom Angel over Marijuana Moments picked up on a study that examined the number of people with problematic relationships with cannabis as it correlates to the legal status of marijuana in the state in which they live. The results of the study, published last month in the journal Drugs in Context, suggests that there is no relationship between the number of people living in a state with unhealthy relationships with marijuana and that state's legal status of cannabis. A good one to open up in full, if only to click over to the original report yourself. Marijuana Business Daily is a good interview up that I'd suggest you read today with Hezekiah Allen, former executive director of the California Growers Association, in which he talks about the newly devised program in California allowing for marijuana cultivators to group up in co-ops. It's a super interesting structure that could easily be replicated in other states, so make sure to give this one a read. And finally for today, the Chicago Tribune looks at the fast rising levels of medical marijuana patients in Illinois, which has just about doubled in size in the last year to its current level of around 44,000 registered patients. Illinois has just under 13 million people living within its borders, so there's an enormous potential for its medical marijuana program. Another good one to open up to read today, and a fantastic story to keep on your industry radar. Those are the headlines and news for the day. I'll be back with you again tomorrow morning with another information-packed episode of Marijuana Today Daily. But in the meantime, if you have any stories to share or feedback to give, zip us an email to headlines@mjtodaydaily.com. And while you're clicking around the interwebs, swing over to our Twitter account at mjtodaydaily and visit our website at mjtodaydaily.com to find links to all the news we cover. Thanks to our sponsor Eaze and to all of our awesome Patreon listeners for the support that makes this show possible. To join the lesser ranks of the Patreon listeners yourself, swing over to our website at mjtodaydaily.com and click on that big blue button at the top of the page that says Become a Patron. I'm your host, Shay Gunther. Thanks for tuning in, starting your day with marijuana today.
One take, Shay. One take.